All right, guys. A few episodes ago, we discussed the 5 stages of confidence. So today, while still focusing on confidence, we're going to explore techniques and strategies that can automatically and indirectly boost your confidence without you even realizing it. All right. So let's dive into that. Hi guys, my name is Fabio from Journey to Success and Welcome. Today we're going to introduce the concept of unshakable confidence and discuss its importance in personal growth and success. Okay, I will also share a specific 2 daily ritual, if we can call daily ritual, are more like habits from mine that can where you can implement to build your confidence. Okay, but before we move forward, as always, please subscribe so I know this is the right direction to lead you guys, to drive you and to guide you towards your journey to success. And let's get started. All right, as always. So we often hear words like resilience, persistence, discipline, consistency, from gurus, motivational speakers, and even me. But the truth is that if you don't believe in yourself and lack confidence, you won't be able to change how the world perceives you. Okay? Because, guys, without confidence, reaching certain levels of success becomes nearly impossible. Also, it is essential to do something that truly boosts your confidence. Okay, otherwise, no matter what you learn or no matter what you experience along your journey, you won't be able to apply that knowledge effectively because you don't have enough trust in yourself, of course. So what are the common barriers we face? Of course, fear of failure is always present. We always talk about it. I often emphasize that failure is part of the process. Okay, whatever we like or not, it is part of the process. We don't truly learn without experiencing failure. That's the key point here. And progress comes only through missteps and continuous failures. Okay, you have to understand that. The trick is to know where to fall. So when you sleep, fall forward. Don't go backward and take a step ahead every time. At the same time, we have negative self-talk, thoughts like "I'm not good enough" or "she is better than I am." Phrases like that can be very harmful to your self-esteem. Okay, we're often conditioned by what family and friends say to us from childhood, guys. Okay, leading to beliefs that our behavior is genetically rooted. However, the truth is that you can reprogram yourself. Of course, you can. And the first step is to believe that you can succeed in any change. You can always become better or worse. I mean, depending on so many factors and beliefs. But when you reinforce certain positive habits, you can shape yourself towards the best version of yourself. Okay. Then there is societal pressure. We all experience it. I remember an Italian YouTuber with about 300,000 followers who was asked, he was an interview and was asked about something underrated in his field that no one discusses, right? Something underrated on YouTube or anyway on the social media generally that no one discusses. And he mentioned that the social pressure present on the internet. Everything looks great at the beginning, guys, because you are small, you have a small community, but the more you expose yourself, the more complaints you can receive. Words and phrases that don't resonate with you, and especially, unfortunately, they carry negative sentiments such as judgment, envy, simple noise and loud disagreement. We're not just talking about normal disagreement. It's proper loud and ugly disagreements, and like proper hatred, you know. But listen, in this world, there will always be people who like you. That's something that you need to understand, and those who dislike you. But as long as you pursue what you love, guys, you will fill yourself with the right energy and purpose, okay? Helping those who resonate with you. Remember, more often than not, the people who align with you and appreciate you are far more numerous than the haters. The difference is that they tend to make more noisy. That's the only difference. I would like to give you an example, a personal example, a social experiment that I experienced on Reddit. My presence on Reddit is actually pretty pretty great. I mean, I know how to grow. I don't do so much, but I know how to grow. And sometimes I also reached thousands, thousands of upvotes, that easily reach 90 or even 95% of upvote. Yet, on this subreddit that I create, I receive many hateful comments about the topic I shared. And I was like, the first, I wonder how this was possible, because on Reddit, guys, I don't know if you know how it works, upvotes indicate that many people resonate with your post, okay? And that's the reason. Then the algorithm boosts for this reason, because more people resonate with your post, you have more upvotes, and consequently there is an organic boost. So I checked, because I was like, but how is possible? 95% of upvotes means that I may have, mostly positive, positive feedback. So I checked properly, and I realized that among that thousands of likes, only a handful of people were negative in the comments. So even if I used to see a lot of comments, the truth is that it was just about 2 to 5 people, bombarding the comments with their hate, And this phenomenon is something you need to recognize, guys. People who hate often make more noisy, okay? And their negativity shouldn't affect your self-esteem, okay? You need to remember that. That being said, of course, it's also essential to consider your audience. I mean, if you're selling beef products in a vegan shop, for example, I mean, what do you expect? You know what I mean? So finding the right target audience for success and for your sanity is crucial, but we can also discuss this topic in another episode. So now let's discuss my daily rituals. You might expect to hear about affirmations or self-reflection, something like that. Something that you saw already on the internet. But the truth is, I'm a very practical person. I learn from my missteps, and from those experiences, I extrapolate my theory. It's just the opposite with me. So, and after all these years, I realized that one key to boosting my confidence is actually my routine. I wake up at certain time, and already have a list of topics to write about. So I've learned that the earlier I wake up, the more time I have later in the day to relax. Well, that's supposed to be the plan. But it rarely works out, because I often find myself very busy at the end. But that's the intention. And the truth is that the importance of routine is unconditional. Okay. People don't explain so much often, but what is the reason why having proper routine is so important? The reason is that with routine you become more focused, guys. For example, I know where to write. I use an app that puts me in focus mode based on the type of music. I keep my charger close to ensure my computer stays charged. I put my phone on silent to avoid distractions. I mean, just stupid things, just stupid habits that then they become a proper routine and they put you ahead. Okay. And when everything is in alignment, my writing improves immensely. I used to take days to write, record, and schedule an episode, guys. Now I can complete one episode in just a couple of hours. So this improvement gives me a boost of motivation to move closer to the version of myself that I aspire to be. And it is beautiful. It's beautiful because once you simplify these initial step, right, the process doesn't stop there. You get better and better over time. Because yes, in the beginning, you go faster and faster, but you also optimize your routine, and then consistently you deliver high quality work all together in the same package. And then of course you boost your confidence. So with routine and practice, your motivations grows like tremendously in a very good way. Okay. Another thing I do, that's my second my second advice. Another thing that I do that you may not have heard about it is acknowledging the limits. I acknowledge my limits, guys. In the beginning was a little bit kind of shameful, if I can say, because you just look at the mirror, you see your limits, right? But then I said to myself, no, it is important to acknowledge the limits, because the moment you do is the moment where you can find solution. It's the moment where you can really become better. So, example, if I feel someone is ahead of me in some way, I recognize it and I'll find a way to be better than the current version of myself. Okay, I'm a problem solver. So it's not about being better than that person. Okay, it's not about that, but rather it's about becoming better than your current self. So understand that you are not there yet, and in this way you can be focused on become a better version. And who knows, maybe even better of the person you were looking before. Example, well, this is not an example, this is more an highlight for you. In 2026 we have so many tools available, guys, to help us provide the right value to the right audience, right? And oh yeah, that's what I want to say about the example. I write my script right now using grammarly.com, because I know that I'm not great at free speaking. Honestly, I'm not great in English. English is not even my mother tongue, but not even in Italian, if I have to be honest. So by acknowledging my limits, I manage to write thousands of words each month. It's incredible. The funny part is that I'm also reprogramming myself. I've noticed improvement in my free speaking as well. Sometimes I even take the lead without looking at my script. Even now, even at this moment, I did already a couple of times, and I sometimes do also delivering a speech from myself with good grammar. So remember these these advices from me, because they can really put you ahead, guys. And remember, I know that's not the first time that I say this. I also say, I think in the previous episode, practice can surpass talent. Okay, that's very important. Sometimes I even compare my work to bigger creators and think like, wow, I did this better, I did this good. Like, I'm so proud. But I still ask myself, okay, this looks better, but what if I could improve even more? These are ways to improve your confidence. Comparing yourself with big creators and acknowledging that you can do better, but not because you are in a sort of competitions, but because that's the way to improve. That's one of the ways to improve, okay? And to boost your motivation, and improves your confidence. For example, I changed my logo over the years. And in the last few months, I've made it look very professional. I proudly made that is a mix between Canva and AI, and again Canva and the AI, and the AI and Canva. So it took 3 years to get to this point, but I love the journey, and this progress has improved my confidence. So before we wrap up, guys, okay, what did we talk about today? Today, we explored how to cultivate unshakable confidence and its significance in personal growth and success. We highlighted the importance of believing yourself, and how a lack of confidence can restrict your ability to apply what you learn, eventually affecting your journey towards success. Okay. We discuss common barriers to confidence, such as a fear of failure, always there, and negative self talk, and emphasize the need to overcome these obstacles. The idea is that failure is a crucial part of the learning process, okay? And it is essential to align your self perception positively. We also touched like societal pressures, recognizing that positive feedback often exists alongside negativity. And it is important to focus on those who resonate with you rather than the loud attackers, okay? Very, very important. In terms of practical strategies, I share my daily rituals to build confidence, such as establishing a routine that allows for focus and productivity. And by getting up early, and preparing a list of topics to write about, I found that I can complete my tasks more efficiently and with better quality. And lastly, I talk about acknowledging my limits and focusing on self-improvement rather than comparing myself with others. Tools like, Grammarly.com have helped me enhance my writing skills, which in turn has boosted also my overall confidence. So the journey toward improvement, guys, is ongoing. Of course, it's ongoing. It never stops. And with consistent practice, we can surpass even our own expectations, okay? Remember, confidence is a continuous journey, and every small step you take contributes to your growth. Now, I would love to hear from you. What techniques do you use to boost your confidence in everyday life? Is there a particular routine or practice that has made a significant difference in how you feel about yourself? Feel free to send me a message or connect with me on Substack. I would love to hear your stories. And if you found value in today's episode, do remember to subscribe so you never miss a new update. But even more importantly, share this episode with a friend who might need a little confidence boost in their journey. All right. Thank you so much for being here, for being part of the journey to success home. And together we are navigating the path to unshakable confidence and personal growth. I'll see you in the next episode, guys. Cheers.